For the factory speaker that we'll be taking out, it is this paper cone, foam surround, plastic basket having. The magnet is actually pretty substantial, but otherwise, what would be considered a more or less very basic speaker. This is what we're upgrading it to, a substantially bigger driver here. He bought a set of these here that are designed to go into place of the factory speaker. This is more of a universal fit in that the factory you see has these bigger tabs here on the bottoms, the smaller tab here on the top. These do not, they just share the same tab all the way around. These are made out of HDPE, it feels like. It's either that or, I think that's what it is. It's textured on both sides. Either way, got these from MTI. These will go in like this and allow us to mount this up. A couple things we need to check, of course, are the mounting depth. We want to make sure how far this can go in. And of course, the most important thing on the Bronco is actually not how deep it goes in, but how far it sticks out. This is all the room we have here, and the way this is designed is this guy touches that front trim bezel, and as you can see, the different designs of the speaker are what make all the difference. So when you look at like this guy here, if you pinch this down here, the foam ring sticks up just a little bit. However, when you add in this grill to it like this, it's designed to sit and that surround goes inside of there. So all of this energy comes through this grill. The problem we have now is that when we put this guy on, a little tighter squeeze than the factory, it will fit inside of the ring, which is what you're hoping for. You still need that little gap of space that this foam provides for you. So simple piece of foam may do it, might not. We just have to make sure when we add up the distance from the back of this to the tip of this, it doesn't get in the way of the grill. And that's when you compare the two here, and that is what makes the biggest difference. So we do have some space. That means we have our work cut out for us because we want to make sure that this guy doesn't bang up against this and do anything like this, or that all the air gets through and rattles, because that is a very popular thing in these to do, and we are going to have a ton of power going to them. We don't want them to do silly things. So we'll take a look at this and modify it if need be to fit our style of installation. For right now, let's go back into the vehicle and see how these dash speakers are going to fit into the top, what modifications we need to make to beneath them, because I know we're going to need to. To mount these Stereo Steve grills into the corner, the first thing I need to do is remove these two metal clips. And how you do that is there's a little tiny U shape here. Put a pick tool on that and lift it up, and these will slide right out. We've also, as you can see, covered the corner of the dash here because we're gonna have to be doing some grinding with the JK interior film. You can see right there, it's got a little nipple. Pull up on it and just wiggle it out and repeat it on the other side. Fit it into place, and as you can see, this area here and that area there are in our way. With a silver Sharpie, we'll trace both of these areas here and here. With those two areas traced, let's take a look what we came up with. And that's what we have to remove. As you can see, that's also why we put all this green stuff all over the place, is because this is going to be really fun. Now to do that, we'll need to use some form of like a roto zip or some kind of a grinder to get up in there and make short work of this. I'm gonna use my Milwaukee roto zip with the smaller battery on it to get it up against the windshield. And that gets this area cleared out. Now the one thing you have to note is that if you decide you want to do this, this is a one and done. You're not putting that factory speaker back in here. So plan on keeping those speakers in this dash. Time for some test fitting. Alright, there we go. There are 4 screws that need to go in, located in each one of the corners. And once those go in, then this bracket will be permanently mounted. I'm gonna wait to do that until we get all of this put together, and then we'll just drop it into place. There's really no reason to do that yet because I don't wanna have to like install the tweeter and install the mid. It'd be way easier just to do that out on the bench and, you know, not have to worry about poking a hole in there. So it'll be all put together like this.
I'm going to make a back piece with sound treatment for this speaker location. So I use the JK Tapes interior protectant film, as you see, and then just grab a Sharpie and kind of like mock it up. I just take it out. This is gonna be our piece that we're going to cut. So let's take it to the bench. Now we have our template. We just put it in. Now we're gonna cut it. This part right here is where the actually door clip is. Now we have the driver's side. Now flip it over. Now you have a mirror image for the passenger side. We have passenger side, driver's side. Boom. Now let's go to the car and stick it in. Peel it off. Now you're gonna kind of fold it. Grab a roller. Just go all over. Now you still have a small piece in here. I'm gonna put another strip in this part right here. I'm gonna put another strip in the back.
Now the reason why we want to put the sound treatment on the inside as opposed to around the outside is that we need to not take up any of the height there. So we need our bracket to sit flush up against that metal. Get that speaker in that hole as far as possible.
We finished putting the sound treatment on the corners. You gotta be careful when you put in sound treatment on this side and in the bottom, because right here on the corner you have your factory clip, right? So you don't want to cover it, and when you put the panel back, it's not gonna go in. The bottom side, of course, we put sound treatment in this corner right here. It's a clip on the bottom side that you kind of lift it up, use like a small screwdriver, and the whole thing comes out. There's a big hole over here. As you see, we remove just this cheap foam and put a sound treatment from the front, and we put the sound treatment on the bottom. So it's 2 pieces. Now let's go to the bench and we're gonna cover the plastic panel with sound treatment.
You went full baked potato on that.
What?
Are you okay?
Yes. So we finished the sound treatment. We use the sound shield for this. This is our grill. We put all over here, all over there. On the driver's side, of course, you have the 2 10mm, and that comes out. We put sound shield in here and all over the place. We not cover this because this one actually snaps in to the panel. It has a clip, so it's not gonna move. But as you see,
yeah, I'm thinking that's gonna be way nicer.
it's way nicer. I mean, it's heavy.
Yeah,
You know?
that's good. I can't wait to get it in and see how it sounds.
Yeah.
Or hopefully how it doesn't sound.
So I'm gonna put another strip right here. As you see, this one just plastic well, so I'm gonna put another piece, another strip right here, so actually, you know, we give it the best chance.
Driver's side done.
Driver's side done.
On to the passenger side.
Let's go.
We've came up with a plan for mounting these door speakers. We are going to use the brackets that I got, but we have modified them a little bit. The first thing we've done is we added this 45 into the back side of them, just so that it flares off a little nicer. Aside from that, we made this front piece here. This is another 1/2-inch front piece, and what it is designed to do is sit over the front of the speaker like this. The reason for it is this is gonna sit in here like this, and then we have to put some foam on here. Now the foam is going to either have to sit on this, because if we put it all the way out here, as we saw earlier when we put the grill over it, it would totally miss it and defeat the point. Whereas if we use this style installation, now we can put the foam up here on top of it next to this. That's gonna get us a much nicer into the car sound. Now to do this, we made this out of a piece of 1/2" expanded PVC, Sentra or Paleolite, you can call it whatever you like, and there's a couple different things going on here. So the first step was to laser out this piece here, which allows us to mimic where these holes are located on this bracket. That way we can still put normal size screws in here instead of having to use some really long janky ones. Then we transferred that shape to a piece of 1/2". The next step was to countersink in for the thickness of the basket. To do that, we used a set of calipers to measure this, twisted to lock in place, and then you use this dip here to set the height of our router. Once we knew that, we took this over and we routed this out. We then rounded over the outside as well as the inside. Now the inside we had to do by hand because this is too thin to put up to a router bit. We also put a 45 on the inside here, and how we did that is we actually stuck these two together like this, and then that gave us the height we needed. Took the same 45 that we put on this and put that on the inside to take in consideration any roll from the speaker getting in the way. The rounding on here was just put on because it just looks aesthetically pleasing. We sprayed it with some 7 color dye to make them black, so that they matched up to this black here. And now we're going to do a final assembly. The first step is to put some foam here on the back side of the speaker. The next step was to drill the holes. For that, we just lined it up and flipped it over like this. Drilled our 4 holes using a 1/16" bit. We added in a countersink as well. I want to keep this as flat as possible. For that, we'll be using a drywall style screw because it will pull totally flat on here and give me a really good surface for the foam ring to attach to. Setting it up on here, getting everything lined up is the next most important thing. To do that, I will just line it up like this so that those holes are where they need to be. Keep moving the adapter until they're centered up. Once I have it centered up the way I want it, I will drill my 1/16" holes all the way through. The last step is to put some 1/2", 1/16" thick foam around the back side of it here. And there we have it. This speaker is all set and ready to get into the car. This is nice and flush. As you can see, there's no screw head sticking up. So that'll give us a really nice thick area to put that foam on. And if we need to, we can pull these 4 screws, remove it, and it's not stuck or getting anywhere near the cone itself. We still have our 3 factory screw points. We can add some factory plugs onto the back of this, get it all in shape into the car. I'll get these over to Fernando. Well, I'm gonna make this other one up, but I'm gonna get this one over to Fernando so he can get it into the car. All of the hard work that Fernando over there has put into these kick panels, the speakers are in. Let's check them out. The covers aren't in yet because we wanna wait until the very end. Like, we still have some wires and stuff we have to run. But let's take a look at what the speaker looks like mounted into place now that all the pieces are there. So we'll start here on the side, and you can see where we have the foam and the bracket into place. And this is why we wanted to add that top layer to it so that we could put that foam right on top of that speaker without doing any damage to it, without getting it anywhere near the surround and screwing that up. Panel goes right in and sits on top of this. He did cut the sound shield gaskets in half because we didn't need a full inch, we just needed a 1/2". It's like a 1/2", 3/8 of an inch. But that allows that bracket to go in there and sits right on there, which is fantastic. Actually, this fits the best on anything we've done so far. I'm really happy with the way these turned out. Can't wait to hear them, but we're a long way from that. We got a long way to go. Oh, also, we have the Sound Shield little foamy panels here, the little egg crate, little contour stuff. So we put that behind there as well. The other thing that he did is he did the tap test where he sat here and he did this. And what he found out is that this plastic piece rattles a lot. And so as you can see now, there's a bunch of foam all over it. There's foam on the back side here. He spent a lot of time on this. But the nice thing is now with that done, we won't have to do any tap testing next time. We can immediately just jump in and we know what we have to do in order to get this the way we want it. But if you're doing one of these, lots of foam, lots of sound treatment. The one thing we didn't talk about was the speaker plugs that we used. These we just plug into the factory. We used the Metra 725602 Bronco harness. We still got a long way to go and a short time to get there.